अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यम् ईश्वरम्। नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। योऽन्ता प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तान् सञ्जीवयतखिलशक्तिधरा स्वधाम्ना। अन्यांश हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। कथाञ्चन स्मृते यस्मिन् दुष्करं सुकरं भवेत्, विस्मृते विपरीतं स्यात् श्रीचैतन्यनमामि तम्। हरे कृष्णा। Welcome everyone to our monthly Shravan Kirtan Utsav. We are very happy all of you came in large numbers. I thought I saw Purushottam Prabhu also. He is also there only. Okay. Oh, Hare Krishna, Purushottam Prabhu. Thank you for coming. So, very grateful to all of you for giving me an opportunity to do some Krishna Katha now. And today I feel very blessed that we have Purushottam Prabhu has come first time to the Shravan Kirtan Utsav. He will be doing Kirtan and he will also be speaking Krishna Katha. So all of you have the verses. I think all of you have been sent, na? So you can repeat after me some verses and then we will discuss on Prahlada Maharaja and Narasimha. But before that, all of you should know that today's Shravan Kirtan Utsav is very, very special because one of my very dear friends, Purushottam Prabhu, is here. And many of you are Gujaratis. You will love him because he's also a Gujarati. He's a doctor by profession. His parents are all doctors. I mean, his family, everybody is doctor. His parents are doctors. And he's so amazing devotee, so gentle. Last so many years I've seen him in the temple. Not once have I seen him speak harshly with anyone. Not once have I seen him, as they say in cricket, playing in the wrong foot. Never in the wrong foot. Every time perfect behavior, perfect etiquette. And from morning to night he is busy serving Krishna. Like yesterday, today, tomorrow, every day is serving, dressing deities in the morning. Like today he dressed deities, then he came here, he will be here in the Kirtan program. After this Kirtan program, he has another program in Andheri. After that, he has 16 rounds also to chant. Wo bhi hai. Then he's also cooking every day for devotees. Yesterday he cooked feast, day before yesterday he cooked dudhi kofta for all devotees. So he's always cooking, kitchen, deity room, preaching and Kirtan. I don't know how he manages. I always look at him with awe and reverence. And still he took out time and came for this program. And he came, I told him, you can come आराम से at 10 o'clock, 10:30, आपका कीर्तन के समय आप आ जाओ. हम लोग बैठते हैं पूरा. But he said he came for that also. So exemplary Vaishnava. So let us all express our gratitude to him and welcome him to Shravan Kirtan Utsav in our traditional style by chanting Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. This Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol is also a request for you to come again and again, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So we are now going to celebrate Narasimha Chaturdashi next Sunday. So as a part of that celebration, we will chant Prahlada Maharaja's prayers. But before we chant Prahlada Maharaja's prayers, we will discuss the philosophy behind why we need to remember and chant Prahlada Maharaja's prayers on Narasimha Chaturdashi day. So please, this verse you can chant after me. This is the prachetas being instructed by Narad Muni in the 4th canto. Yathā taror mūla-niṣecanena tṛpyanti tat-skandha-bhujopaśākhāḥ prāṇopahārāc yathendriyāṇāṁ tathaiva sarvārhaṇam acyutejyā. So in this shloka, Narad Muni is explaining taror means tree. Yathā taror mūla-niṣecanena. The tree, if you want to nourish the tree, you have to feed the root. You have to put water in the root. Mūla-niṣecanena. What happens when you put water in the root? Tṛpyanti tat-skandha-bhujopaśākhāḥ. All the shakas, the branches, flowers, all of them, tṛpyanti, they all get nourishment when you water the root. Similarly, prāṇopahārāc yathendriyāṇāṁ. Prana, ahara, has to be put in the stomach. Then all the senses get also nourishment. Tathaiva sarvārhaṇam acyutejyā. Similarly, if we serve Krishna, then we will be also happy. Krishna is the root. That is the foundation, or that is the foundation of Krishna consciousness, and that is the meaning of this shloka. Simple example. See, if you take gulab jamun. Now, gulab jamun, the hand says, I want nourishment from the gulab jamun. The hand cannot crush the gulab jamun. The hand will not get anything. It has to go in the stomach. Then all the body parts also get nourishment. So like that, if we serve Krishna, then individually we will be happy. That is just like there is law of gravity. You throw something, it comes down. Similarly, the law in spiritual life is serving the root, Krishna. But when you water the root of the tree, you first put water on the earth and then that takes it to the root. When you feed food to the stomach, you put it in the tongue. And then from the tongue it goes to the stomach. Similarly, approaching Krishna, who is the root, we first go through who? Devotees. Devotees are like the tongue or the earth. Through the earth, we go to the root. Through the tongue, we go to the stomach. So Krishna is the root. Krishna is the essence. We have to serve Krishna. But just like before putting the food in the stomach, we put the food in the mouth, the tongue, and then it goes. So basically, tongue is more powerful than stomach. You can't just put the food, just in the stomach. Because stomach may be much bigger than the tongue, but stomach के लिए कुछ भी चलता है. Even if you eat grass, you can digest and you can be healthy. But how many of us will prefer to eat grass? We will need patra, ढोकला, और क्या है, दोपहर को फीस्ट है, क्या है, बहुत कुछ है आइटम्स, आमरस है, ये सब टंग के लिए है. दिस इज नॉट फॉर द स्टमक. स्टमक के लिए कुछ भी, स्टमक के लिए खिचड़ी चलेगा होल लाइफ. Morning, evening, morning, afternoon, night, you eat khichdi, palak khichdi, that is enough to survive in this world. In our brahmachari ashram, we have 3-4 devotees. Whatever feast we make, whatever Purushottam Prabhu cooks, they will only eat non-spicy dal and chapati and rice and peaceful. And everybody around them is enjoying the feast. they are not affected. So they are reminding us by their behavior that ultimately we are eating for the tongue. Tongue is more powerful than the stomach. We don't want only khichdi every day. We want variety. If you are told to eat only aloo, there also you'll get a lot of variety. आलू चरचरी, फिर आलू का सूप भी बनाएगा, आलू का सैलड, आलू का चटनी, क्या क्या बना सकते हैं आलू के ऊपर. So basically the point is, stomach or Krishna is the root of everything, but we have to go through devotee because devotee is more powerful. And we take generally food based on tongue. But if you carefully analyze, tongue is very small compared to the stomach. Nahin? Like Narasimha Dev, Krishna is huge and Prahlada Maharaja tiny. But just like tongue is small compared to stomach, but tongue is more powerful than stomach, and through tongue we go to the stomach. Similarly, Prahlada is small compared to Lord Narasimha Dev. Right? Have you seen the DT? In Mayapur, Prahlada is small, Narasimha Dev is huge. But through Prahlada Maharaj, we can go to Lord Narasimha Dev. So when we chant his prayers, we will get mercy of Narasimha Dev. Is that clear? So that is why we are going to chant Prahlada Maharaj's prayers. And even if we don't chant today all the prayers, you know where to read. 7th canto of Bhagavatam, 9th chapter. You can read the prayers. See, the proof that Prahlada is more powerful. When Narasimha Dev appeared, many devotees were trying to pacify the Lord. The Lord was very angry. He was roaring. So who tried to pacify him first? Brahma, Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is so ferocious himself. When he does Tandav Nritya, that is annihilation. Lord Shiva is so angry. But Lord Shiva also could not pacify Lord Narasimha Dev. That is how angry he was. Then Brahma and Shiva went to whom to pacify Lord Narasimha Dev? Lakshmi ji. लक्ष्मी जी को बोला ये आपके पति हैं, आप धर्म पत्नी हैं, आप संभालो इनको. लक्ष्मी जी हाँ मैं तो इनको I can pacify him. He is my husband. So she came close to Lord Narasimha Dev and she said, मेरे husband है कहाँ? She मेरे husband. She couldn't come near him. He was so angry. He was so ferocious. In fact, she couldn't recognize him in his anger. So no one could. At that time, Brahma told Prahlad, you are responsible for this. You pacify the Lord. Prahlad said, no, you are responsible for Lord coming as Narasimha Dev because you gave benedictions to Hiranyakashipu. I am responsible for him coming from the pillar. For that, I am responsible. So then Prahlad went with a garland. Imagine, Narasimha Dev is roaring. And he has taken out the intestines of Hiranyakashipu. And he has put it on himself. मतलब what उग्र रूप, पूरा खून है उधर, और किसका intestines को निकालना ऐसा, और उसका garland बना लेना. See, we all now we find it funny, but we have to understand it is very scary. See, we only do this some time pass dramas we do. I remember once we did Narasimha Dev drama with all musical effects. Hiranyakashipu को नरसिंह देव ने ऐसा गोद में रखा, and वो उसका इधर रखा था, वो सब लाल रंग का कुछ रिबन रखा था, intestines. He has to remove it and तो वो सब ड्रामा देख रहे लोग हंस रहे, it's all comedy. Nobody is getting scared. वो पिलर से निकले, तो म्यूजिक में भी मतलब nobody is feeling, because after all we can't imagine how it must have been. और वो ड्रामा में मुझे याद है हिरण्यकशिपु ऐसा लेटा है, he is actually not dead. और नरसिम्हा देव ऐसा रोरिंग में और लोग ताली बजा रहे, जय नरसिम्हा देव. नरसिम्हा देव भूल गए what he has to do. वो इंटेस्टाइन निकाल के उसका गार्लैंड बनाने को भूल गए. वो he is like he is happy. फिर हिरण्यकशिपु ने फिर निकाला और दे दिया नरसिम्हा. अरे इसको लगाओ आप. फिर नरसिम्हा देव या. तो हमारा नरसिम्हा देव का उग्र रूप का ये हमारा इंप्रेशन है. नरसिम्हा देव उग्र रूप मतलब entertainment. It's not entertaining. He's roaring, his blood everywhere, and he has removed the intestines and he's put it at the garland. And then Prahlad goes with the garland. What a What a fearful thing to do. Nobody is going near him and Prahlad goes with a garland. And he's fearless. Prahlad is fearless. That means he's so amazing devotee. And Narasimha Dev loves Prahlad. He embraces him, licks, just like a lioness will lick the cub. Lord Narasimha Dev licks him, embraces him, puts him on his lap. In one lecture, Srila Prabhupada says, outside people will be so bewildered. What Prahlada Maharaja did, he is taking a garland and putting it on Narasimha Dev. So imagine a materialistic person is told that this person is our Mahajan, greatest devotee, who garlands the murderer of his father. उसके पिताजी का मर्डर किया, उसको गार्लैंड पहना रहे. So the point is, he is so powerful. And in the 7th canto, there is a very beautiful verse which also must have been sent to you on WhatsApp, where when his teachers ask him that, how are you so attracted to Lord Vishnu? So Prahlad says a very nice verse. I want you to repeat after me. It's there on your this yathā bhrāmyaty ayo brahman. Okay, please repeat after me. Yathā bhrāmyaty ayo brahman svayam ākarṣa-sannidhau tathā me bhidyate cetaś cakra-pāṇer yadṛcchayā. His teachers were very angry. What is the name of Prahlada Maharaja's teachers? Shanda and Amarka. They said, how are you worshipping Lord Vishnu? Why are you so attached to Lord Vishnu? So Prahlad says, he gives an example of iron and magnet. Just like an iron filling is spontaneously attracted to magnet, he is saying, I am attracted to Lord Vishnu. I am not in control. Svayam ākarṣa-sannidhau. And cakra-pāṇer, yadṛcchayā. Cakra-pāṇer is the one holder of the Sudarshan chakra. That is Lord Vishnu. So Prahlada Maharaj was studying in the school. His teachers were teaching him all politics and all the different subjects. But when his father asked him, what is the best thing you have learned? What did he say? Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnum, chanting, hearing glories of Krishna. So his father was shocked. And his teachers were also shocked. And Prahlada Maharaj basically, he was listening to his teachers, but he was not doing Shravanam there. Shravanam he did from whom? Shravanam from Narad Muni. Shravanam means hearing spiritual subject matters, actually understanding and absorbing. Like right now, all of you are listening to, you can hear traffic sound, or listening to the fan sound. You can listen to many sounds. But you are doing Shravanam hopefully here in the class. आपका श्रवणम इधर है, सुनना तो बहुत कुछ सुन लेते हैं. Similarly, Prahlad listened, okay, स्कूल में टीचर सिखा रहे हैं, ये सिखा रहे हैं, अलग अलग चीजें हम सुनते रहते हैं. But where we invest our attention, our feelings, that is Krishna consciousness. So Shravanam, Prahlada Maharaj was hearing from Narad Muni. He had heard from Narad Muni. So, and where did he hear Krishna Katha? Where did he do Shravanam? Where was he? Was he in a comfortable hall like this? He was hearing from his spiritual master when he was in the womb. Womb is the most difficult place. You can't even sit comfortably there. So Prahlada Maharaj did Shravanam in the most difficult place. You are doing Shravanam in the most comfortable place. And there is free space here. Prahlada Maharaj had no arrangements to do Shravanam. He was not served a nice breakfast. He was not having comfort. All of you know how he did Shravanam in the womb. What happened before that? The demigods are planning to kill his mother because Hiranyakashipu was a great demon, and Hiranyakashipu's son was in the womb of Kayadu. So they thought, great demon son will also be great demon. So we will kill this lady. But Narad Muni intervened. He said, no, Hiranyakashipu may be a great demon, but his son is a great devotee. So I will protect her. And he kept her in his ashram and he would do Krishna Katha. But she could not understand so much, she would fall asleep while the class was going on. But inside the womb, Prahlad was hearing attentively. Womb में बच्चे को बहुत कुछ समझ में आता है, सुन लेता है. There is a lot of scientific evidence for this, by the way. There are many women who have expressed, and this is documented. They say that our child is always crying, newborn baby is always crying. But when I play this particular television serial, he is very quiet. And then the doctor reveals that, okay, when you were pregnant, what you were watching? I was watching this serial only. So, माँ के गर्भ में बच्चे को पूरा effect होता है. So now Narad Muni influenced Prahlad, and Prahlad is telling his teacher Shanda and Amarka that yathā bhrāmyaty ayo brahman svayam ākarṣa-sannidhau. I am totally attracted to Krishna. And how he is saying? I am helpless. I am attracted to Lord Krishna. I have no control. See, this is a very deep point. Please listen to this carefully. This is why Prahlada Maharaja is very special. Shanda and Amarka wanted to make Prahlad like a demon. And he is saying, you are trying to do that, but I cannot. Because cakra-pāṇer yadṛcchayā, my life is according to the ichcha, according to the desire of Lord. I have no control over my life. It is Lord's desire which is controlling me. I have no independence, Prahlad is telling his teachers. I have no independence. I am controlled by the Lord who is making me dance like a puppet is made to dance by the puppeteer. Srila Prabhupada would give two examples for Prahlad. One is the verse, just like iron is attracted to magnet, that is one example. Second is just like a puppet is made to dance by the puppeteer. So Prabhupada also said he is also like a puppet. You know that bhajan Srila Prabhupada wrote when he was going to US? He wrote that bhajan saying that Kastera putaliyena kuake nachai. Putalina nache, Putalina jane keba nache gaye. Prabhupada says, I am a puppet in the hand of Krishna. As Krishna makes me dance, I dance. So a devotee like Prabhupada and Prahlada Maharaj, they are like puppets. They are not independent. They are not doing anything because they want to do. They are simply controlled by the Lord. And Lord's desire is happening through them. That is pure devotee. And we are what? We are also like a puppet. We are also like an iron filing. But we are not attracted to the magnet of Krishna. We are attracted to the magnet of Maya. We are also dancing helplessly. But who is our puppeteer? Not Krishna, but Maya. Have you seen that painting? One lady is having three puppets and she's making... Three ladies are making one puppet dance. Have you seen that painting? So we are like puppet. And Rajas, Tamas, Sattva, they are making us dance. We are controlled. So, Prahlada Maharaj is helpless because he is controlled by Krishna. We are also helpless because we are controlled by Maya. So, why we have this Shravan Kirtan Utsav? So that we can make a certain choice by which the puppeteer role changes. From Maya Devi, it becomes Krishna who controls us. The iron gets automatically drawn to magnet. Right? So Prahlad is comparing himself to iron and Lord to magnet. But if the iron is very big, what will happen? The magnet will come to the iron. So, if the magnet is bigger, it will pull iron. But if the iron is bigger, it will pull the magnet. Now in this pastime of Narasimha Dev and Prahlada Maharaj, who is pulling whom? Prahlada is saying that Lord has pulled me, but actually what has happened? Prahlada has pulled Lord Narasimha Dev. Therefore, who is stronger? Prahlada. What is stronger, tongue or the stomach? Tongue. Similarly, Prahlada is more powerful than Lord Narasimha Dev. When we chant his prayers, there is a good chance that Lord Narasimha Dev will listen to our prayer. So Prahlada is saying, I am like a small iron piece and Lord Narasimha Dev is the magnet. Lord Vishnu is the magnet. But reality is, he is the one who pulled Lord Narasimha Dev. He has pulled Lord Narasimha Dev from the spiritual world. He brought him to the pillar. मतलब कितना शक्ति होगा? एक बार हम लोग ने ड्रामा किया था ना नरसिम्हा देव का, आप प्रहलाद महाराज बने थे. मैं पूरा ड्रामा में कंफ्यूज था, इतने लंबे कैसे प्रहलाद. Remember, we did one drama. Yeah. So this means that the iron, like Prahlad, is so big that the Lord is pulled. This is the glory of Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad was only 5 years old. है ना? In Marathi they have a saying, no? What? Murti lahan, pan kirti mahan. है ना? ऐसी है ना कुछ? Murti lahan means small murti, but kirti, glory is very big. So Prahlad is small compared to Lord Narasimha Dev. But his bhakti is so glorious that the Lord has come, being pulled by his love. So we are celebrating Narasimha Chaturdashi. We are wanting our consciousness to also get attracted. First of all, we want to get attracted to the Lord. And then eventually, like Prahlad is our ideal who attracted the Lord. But right now, we are like an iron filing. Why we are not attracted to the magnet of Krishna? Ultimately, we are all pure spirit soul. Why we are not attracted to the Lord right now? Because that iron has got jung lag gaya hai usme, rust lag gaya hai. There is rust, there is jung lag gaya hai. So then what we do? That is why when there is a lot of dust in that iron filing, it doesn't get attracted to the magnet. Similarly, therefore, right now, we are having so much impurities. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us to chant Hare Krishna. Why? Because when we chant Hare Krishna, all that dust will go away, all the junk will go away. Nāma-caritādi bahuda nija sarva shakti. Mahaprabhu said, Harinam has all the potency, all the power. So, although the holy names have all potency, still we are not attracted to Krishna, although we are chanting Hare Krishna. Right? Why? Because of this rust. And what is this rust compared to? Lust, envy, anger, greed, illusion, and the most biggest, thickest covering is false pride. So, and when there is a rust on the iron, when iron is rusted, it doesn't look good. It looks also bad. Therefore, many of us, although we are chanting Hare Krishna, we are not attracted to Krishna spontaneously like Prahlad because of all these anarthas, unwanted things. And that's why holy name is not appearing beautiful. We don't have taste for the holy name. That is why Rupa Goswami has composed this beautiful verse in Nectar of Instruction. You can please repeat after me. It is also there in your sheet. Syat kṛṣṇa-nāma-caritādi-sitāpy vidya pittopatapta-rasanasya narochikānu kintvādarādanu dinam kalusaiva jushtha Svadvikramat bhavati tad-gada-mūla-hantri. So in this verse, he is saying, Syat kṛṣṇa-nāma-caritādi-sitāpy. Kṛṣṇa-nāma-carita, pastimes of Krishna, it is very sweet. But we are suffering from avidya, which is like jaundice. So somebody has jaundice, in the traditional saying that a jaundiced patient finds sugar cane also bitter. Although sugarcane is very sweet, sugarcane juice is very sweet, but he finds it bitter. So he has to keep taking the sugarcane juice, and once he becomes all right, then he finds the same juice sweet. Similarly, we are right now finding kirtan, chanting boring. Sugarcane juice is so sweet, but we are finding it bitter. And holy name, see, actually sugarcane is the sweetest juice because sugar comes from sugarcane. बाकी जूस में शक्कर डालना पड़ता है. Sugarcane में नहीं डालना पड़ता. But imagine somebody finds that sugarcane juice not sweet. Similarly, holy name is sweetest. But we can't chant. If you are right now given an offering, बीड बैग दिया एक हाथ में आपको बैठ के अभी माला करना है, एक माला. This is one option. Our second option, left hand में ठंडा sugarcane juice. Which one would we prefer? दोनों चाहिए. दोनों चाहिए. Yes. But आपको जपा में नींद आ रहा है अगर, पर sugarcane juice पीते हुए नींद आता है नहीं. That means we are jaundiced. So we have no attraction for holy names. Therefore, we have this Shravan Kirtan Utsav. Because what will this Utsav do? It is a practice which will remove the rust. Jung जो लग गया है वो लोहे में, उसको निकालेगा. Two things it will do. First, it will remove the rust, and second, it will prevent more rust from entering that iron. दोनों होगा. It will clean also and prevent more dirt. So Prahlada Maharaja is saying in this verse very humbly, svayam ākarṣa-sannidhau, I am totally attracted to the Lord, just like the iron is attracted to magnet. And we are, in contrast, spontaneously attracted to Maya. Like if we have an option of watching some nice video on YouTube or option of watching extra mala, when nobody is watching and you have completed your rounds and you have choice of chanting more or watching something, we'll prefer watching some video because we have no taste for holy names. So therefore, we have to remember this verse of Prahlada Maharaja. Therefore, Chaitanya Charitamrita says that we have forgotten Krishna, we have chosen Maya, or we have turned away from Krishna. Krishna bhuliya jiv bhogavancha kare, nikatastha maya tore, jhapatiya dhare. Krishna bhuliya jiv, we have turned away from Krishna. And bhogavancha kare, we wanted to enjoy. When we turn away from Krishna and want to enjoy, nikatastha maya tore, jhapatiya dhare. Maya immediately pounces on us. And she will give us 1,000 ways of forgetting Krishna. So many of us here, we have knowledge that I am a puppet in the hand of Krishna. I want Krishna to be the puppeteer. And we also know that if we turn to Krishna, Krishna will drag me towards him. But we are so fallen, as Lalit Madhav Prabhu beautifully said, echoing all of our feelings, that we want both. We want Krishna also, but we want Maya also. Sahi hai na? Am I misrepresenting anyone here? We are so foolish. We want Krishna because we are coming for so many programs, but we also want Maya. But Maya ka formula kya hai? Nikatastha Maya tore jhapatiya dhare. When she catches you, then she will not let us go to Krishna. So we want little of Krishna and little of Maya. With one eye we are seeing Krishna, and with the other eye we are seeing Maya. Krishna bhi chahiye, Maya bhi chahiye. So therefore, our condition is extremely pathetic. Therefore, devotees are dragged in two directions. Why Hare Krishna devotees are always in stress? When you are pulled in two directions, two opposite directions, में अगर आपको कोई खींच रहा है, what will happen? Stress. So what is the reason for stress in Krishna consciousness? Why Prahlada Maharaj is not in stress? He was going through so many problems, but he was not in stress because no two directions, only one, Krishna. So this is what we need. And this quality of one-pointed attraction to Krishna will come by what? Shravanam. How did Prahlad get this one pointed attraction to Krishna? He did Shravanam when he was in the womb. Similarly, if we do Shravanam here in this program and after this program at home, then when we take part in Shravan Kirtan Utsav, like Prahlad heard from his spiritual master and we hear, we will also overcome Maya and we will also be completely focused in Krishna. And Prahlad experienced so much attraction to Krishna that he spontaneously preached also. The other boys were stunned in the class. They asked him, "Arey, you are like us, 5-year-old boy. How are you preaching so much Krishna consciousness? Where did you learn all this?" And that time he reveals that I learned it when I was in the womb of my mother. So the best part is, Prahlad heard, when he heard from his guru, he was not seeing his guru live YouTube in front of him. He was only hearing. ऐसा नहीं कि नारद मुनि सामने बैठ के क्लास दे रहे थे उनको. Narad Muni was outside his mother's womb. He couldn't see Narad Muni, he was only hearing. That means Shravanam is so powerful. You don't even need to have darshan. We see not with the eyes. When we are taking part in Shravanam, we see through ears. Therefore, ears are most important. Is that clear? These ears are most important. And Shravan Kirtan Utsav, Kirtan will help us develop love for Krishna. And Shravanam is what will help us come towards Krishna. It will help us remove all the rust. It will help us develop that desire to remove this anartha. Shravanam is what will help us not be pulled in two directions. We want to go only in one direction. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is Krishna only. He came and he would have Gadadhar Pandit and they would discuss Prahlada Maharaja story 100 times non-stop. After the whole pastime, they would say, rewind karo, wapas play karo. Rewind, play, rewind, play. Gadadhar Pandit would speak and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would hear. And who's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Krishna. And who's Gadadhar Pandit? Radharani. So Radharani and Krishna are discussing Prahlad pastime, devotee pastime. And we have Sahajias, cheap people, who want to directly discuss Radharani and Krishna's pastimes. So this is the glory of Prahlada Maharaj, that Radha and Krishna are discussing about him. Why? This is very, very important, Prabhus. You have to understand that one thing we will never give up in life is our independence. ये जो स्वतंत्रता का जो रत्न है, जो हमारा इंडिपेंडेंस का जो ज्वेल है, ये कोई भी किसी को नहीं देता है. We will not want to give it to anyone. We will give other things. Charity देंगे. प्रभु श्रवण कीर्तन उत्सव का स्पॉन्सर मैं करता हूँ. Good, great service. We will give time also. अच्छा, आपको काउंसलिंग करना है, आपको आपका प्रॉब्लम सुनना है. We will give time to others. We will give money also to others, right? But one thing we will never give to anyone is it's my private jewel, my independence. अपनी स्वतंत्रता हम किसी को नहीं देंगे. आजादी, है ना? That is why Prahlada Maharaj is most amazing, because he is saying that he has given away his independence to Krishna. Yadṛcchayā. It is, I have no independence, he is saying. He is controlled. And this is what Bhagavad Gita is teaching us. What is the last verse of Bhagavad Gita? Sarvādharmān parityajya. Give up everything. Surrender completely to Krishna. And we can't do that. I can't do that. Giving up freedom is very difficult. Therefore, Prahlad is our role model. Prahlad is our hero. Because he gave up that which nobody will ever give up. And that is why we are glorifying Prahlada Maharaj in Narasimha Chaturdashi day. Is this clear to everyone? And Prahlada Maharaj was influenced by planets like हम लोगों का होता है ना, राहु, केतु, शनि लग गया, 7.5 लग गया. सबका हुआ है ना लाइफ में. But Prahlada Maharaj was also influenced by one planet, but not Rahu or Ketu. That is the next sloka. You can repeat after me. Nasta krida nako balo jadavatan manastaya Krishna graha grihitatma naveda jagadidrisham. Krishna graha, not Rahu graha, not Shani graha. Prahlad Maharaj ko bhi graha lag gaya, but Krishna graha. And because of that, what happened? Nesta krida nako balo. He was not interested in krida. He was not interested in IPL. उसको इंटरेस्ट नहीं था IPL में. Why? Because Krishna graha grihitatma. Therefore, we see that when Narasimha Dev appeared, and Narasimha Dev said, Prahlad, Vardhan mango, ask for benedictions, I will give you anything you ask. And what did Prahlad say? Like when you are asked, if Narasimha Dev comes and tells you, mango, वो बोलेंगे नहीं, फिर भी हम मांगते हैं इतना. नहीं, मंगल आरती में मंदिर में नरसिम्हा आरती होता है, कितना हम लोग मांगते हैं कि नहीं नरसिम्हा आरती के समय, कृष्णा हेल्प मी, कृष्णा गिव मी दिस. तो सोचो भगवान आगे खुद बोल रहे हैं मांगो. अरे आप बिना बोले मैं इतना मांगता हूं, अभी आप सामने से बोल रहे हैं मांगो और देने को तैयार है. बट बिकॉज प्रहलाद वॉज इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय कृष्ण ग्रह, ही इज टेलिंग द लॉर्ड, आई डोंट वांट एनीथिंग. प्रहलाद महाराज का फेमस उधर एक वर्स आता है, वो बोलते हैं कि आई एम नॉट अ मर्चेंट, आई एम नॉट डूइंग बिजनेस विद यू, आई डोंट वांट एनीथिंग फ्रॉम यू. So therefore, Prahlad is a very great example because he is teaching us that ultimate goal of our bhakti is to not ask anything from Krishna but only to serve him. Many of us, we do bhakti in Rajoguna. You know what is bhakti can be in Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. We are chanting Hare Krishna and thinking, अरे वो इतना अच्छा क्यों advance कर रहा है भक्ति में, उसका पतन होना चाहिए. Hare Krishna, that is तमोगुण bhakti. And sometimes when we are doing bhakti thinking that अरे हरे कृष्णा में बहुत contacts मिलेगा, अच्छा movement है, यहाँ पे बहुत पैसा है, बहुत facility है. So if my vision of bhakti is, networking in Hare Krishna movement, then that is Rajoguna bhakti. अरे हरे कृष्णा में बहुत मतलब बहुत पैसे वाले लोग हैं, बहुत माल है, तो माला करेंगे माल के लिए. So if we come to Hare Krishna with that desire to make our material life better, then we are doing Rajoguna bhakti. But Prahlad Maharaj is teaching us the highest level of bhakti, that I don't want anything. I just want to please the Lord and I'm not doing business with you. So what is Narasimha Dev's reaction after this? Narasimha Dev बोलते नहीं मांगो. हिला हिला के पूछ रहे, मांगो. How can you not ask? So first of all, after his beautiful prayer, Narasimha Dev says, I am happy, ask for a benediction. And Prahlad says, I don't want to do business with you. I don't want anything. Just remove my material desires and let me love you and let me serve you. So Narasimha Dev says, no, mango, you ask more. And then he actually pushes him to ask. So then also, then at least that time Prahlad could have said, कि ठीक है, अभी कभी कभी ना devotees आपको बोलते हैं, प्रभु जी क्या चाहिए, आप प्लीज कुछ मांगो, आपको देना है, कुछ देना है. तो हमारे हार्ट में डिजायर होता है, मेरा चप्पल टूट गया, अभी इसको बोल देता हूँ, अभी कैसे बोलूँ इसको, अभी डिवोटी है, मैं कैसे मांगूँ इससे. तो हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, नहीं प्रभु जी कुछ नहीं चाहिए, हमको सब मिल जाता है मंदिर से. नहीं प्रभु जी आपको कुछ सेवा करना है, प्लीज मांगो प्रभु जी, प्लीज कुछ, आपको कुछ तो सेवा करना है, आप कुछ भी मांगो, कुछ तो मांगो. फिर बोलते ठीक है प्रभु जी, आप बोल रहे, आप जिद कर रहे, तो फिर ठीक है, मेरे लिए एक चप्पल लाओ. पर एक्चुअली पहले से डिजायर था वो. दैट इज आवर भक्ति कंपेयर टू प्रहलाद. ऐसा प्रहलाद का ऐसा नहीं था कि चलो अभी इतनी बार नहीं बोला, अभी नरसिम्हा देव बोल ही रहे तो फिर अभी मांग लेते. नो, प्रहलाद वाज नॉट डूइंग लाइक दैट. प्रहलाद genuinely did not want anything. See, we are not on that level, and let us not think that we have to imitate Prahlad. If you have some desire, better go to Krishna and ask, rather than artificially saying, I don't want. But Prahlad did not do like that. He actually did not want anything. But when Lord insisted, what did Prahlad say? Anybody know? Second time when Lord Narasimha insisted, what did Prahlad ask? He said, forgive my father. My father loved me, and for whatever wrong he did, please forgive. Actually, Hiranyakashipu was demon all the time. Only once he put Prahlad on his lap and he smelt his head and tears came in his eyes. So Prahlad remembers that. See, हमारे devotees क्या करते हैं हमारे साथ? हमेशा अच्छा behavior करते हैं इतना अच्छा behavior. बीच में छोटा सा mistake रहता है. हम उसके ऊपर zoom करते हैं. हिरण्यकश्यप ने इतना गलती किया, उसमें एक छोटा सा अच्छा काम किया. And Prahlad zoomed on that one small good thing. That is why Prahlad is our hero. And we glorify Prahlad on Narasimha Chaturdashi day. And we are now going to read. Next 1 week है अभी Narasimha Chaturdashi के लिए. I am going to Nigdi for Narasimha Chaturdashi festival. 4 days katha. I am going to do only Prahlad prayers. Because Narasimha will be happy. क्योंकि हमारी तो औकात नहीं है भगवान के सामने जाने की. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would not go in front of Jagannath in Jagannath Puri. He would stand behind Garudji's stamba. Because he said, Garudji is devotee of Jagannath. So Jagannath will see Garudji and he will see, oh, acha, he is also standing next to Garudji. So I will also get blessing. Similarly, we don't have the qualification to go directly in front of Lord. We will chant Prahlad's prayers. So Prahlad is asking the Lord that, please forgive my father. And he also says, let all the souls who are rotting because of sinful activities, they are going to hell. Let them all come back to you. Then where will all their sins go? Let it all come to me. Prahlad is saying like that. So let me eternally suffer in exchange of these all souls going back to the spiritual abode. And therefore Prahlad is called a Mahajan, the greatest devotee. So we are now going to end this introduction, and because we have not yet begun Prahlad's prayers, we are just introducing Prahlad's prayers. Usme 1 घंटा चला गया. So imagine there are so many prayers, more than 40 prayers. Each prayer we can chant. So there is one very nice prayer by Shankaracharya on Lakshmi Narasimha Stotra, which is also there in your sheet. You can please repeat after me, and then we will enter Prahlad's prayers and Kirtan, more glorification of Krishna. Andasya me rita viveka mahadhanasya chorer mahabalibirindriya-nama dehe mohanda kupa kuhare vinipatitasya Lakshmi Narasimha mama dehi karavalambham. So this is a very beautiful prayer. Lakshmi Narasimha is praying to Lord Lakshmi Narasimha Dev karavalambham. With your lotus hands, my dear Lord, please lift me. Why? I have become blind. Andasya me, मुझे अंधा बना दिया ये डाकुओं ने. What did these डाकुस do? अंधस्य में हृत विवेक महाधनस्य. मेरा जो विवेक है, sense of discrimination has been stolen by these thieves. And they have thrown me into a well, mohanda kupa, dark well, and I'm suffering there. So my dear Lord, please lift me up. See, these thieves are very powerful. What are these thieves compared to? Chorer mahabalibir, very, very powerful chor. Indriya-nama dehe, the senses are compared to the dacoits. What have these dacoits done? They have blinded me. And what are they stealing? They are stealing mahadhan. They are stealing the biggest wealth. But if a thief comes to your house and if he steals something, at least you can shout for help. But Shankaracharya is praying here, but these thieves are so powerful that before stealing the mahadhan, they are stealing my viveka. They are stealing my sense of discrimination. Please understand this. A thief comes and steals your television or laptop or phone, iPhone. You can at least cry. You can at least know and scream for help because you have the discrimination that it has been stolen. But if the thief comes first and steals your discrimination, your sense of discrimination, then what will happen? Then you will tell the thief, please come in, sit down. आप क्या चोरी करेंगे आज? If somebody does that, that means the thief has stolen, before stealing the things, that thief has stolen his sense of discrimination only. So our senses, this prayer is revealing, are so powerful that they steal our sense of discrimination. That is how powerful it is. And then after stealing, then they actually steal the biggest wealth of Krishna Prem, love of Krishna. And who is this thief? Balibir, Indriya Namade, our senses and mind are these powerful thieves. Therefore, Lakshmi Narasimha Mamadehi Karavalambam. Oh my dear Lord, with your lotus hands, please lift me from this well where I am suffering. So let us pray to Prahlada Maharaja in this festival. And he is glorifying Lord Narasimha Dev. And we need these prayers. And we need the blessings of Lord Narasimha Dev, and we need the prayers of Prahlad to teach us how to pray to Lord Narasimha Dev. There's one more prayer we will chant. After this, we'll invite Purushottam Prabhu to do Kirtan and then also do Krishna Katha. This is also a very, very powerful prayer. This is in the 5th canto of Bhagavatam, 18th chapter, where residents of Jambudvip are offering these prayers. So, if you offer this prayer, all the problems in your life will go away and you will be very, very happy. So, we will want to chant this prayer. You have to be very focused and concentrate as you are chanting this prayer. Okay? So, please repeat. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Namaste Tejase. Avir Bhava. Vajranakha. Vajradamshtra. Karmashayan. Randhya. Tamo grasa. Om Swaha. Abhayam. Atmani. Bhuishtha. Om Shraum. So Shraum, Klim, Om, these are Bija mantras. They are like we say, no? His grace, Purushottam Prabhu. His holiness, Radhanath Swami Maharaj. His divine grace. So the invocation. So we say Om. It's like invoking the Lord. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Narasimha Dev. Namas, my respectful obeisances to you. Who are you? Tejase. You are the most powerful personality. Avir Bhava. Please appear. When you are desperate, you say, please come. That means you really are desperate. So this is the mood in which Prahlad is offering prayers in the 5th canto. Vajranakha, Vajradamshtra is saying, your nakha, your nails are as sharp as thunderbolt. And your teeth are extremely powerful like thunderbolt. Karma, and with this powerful thunderbolt like nails and teeth, what you should do? Karma, Shayam, material desires, Randhya, usko khatam kar do, mere material desires. Because a lion का देखा है, हमारे national park के lion का इतना strength है, तो नरसिंह देखो कितना होगा. You know, in this national park some years ago, one man was going inside that. There is a national park where we all go. After that, there is another road. And after that, there is a cage where lions are kept. So, in between the national park where we go and the lions are there, in that road, one man used to go and feed the lions from outside. He used to feed the... So, he was discouraged, but he would still insist. And one day, while feeding from outside to the cage, in one moment of inattention, the lion caught with its claws, it caught his hand. फिर एक झटके में वो लायन ने ऐसा किया, तो पूरा इतना आ गया लायन के हाथ, एंड द लायन रन अवे. मतलब क्या शक्ति है लायन में, ऐसा डाला और ऐसा. दैट्स व्हाई लायन कैन किल एलिफेंट आल्सो, नो? सो पावरफुल लायन इज. तो सोचे बोरीवली नेशनल पार्क का लायन के बारे में बोल रहे हैं. कलियुगा का लायन। तो नरसिम्हदेव को क्या होगा स्ट्रेंथ? हम नरसिम्हदेव को बोलेंगे रन दिया मेरे हार्ट से सब मटेरियल डिजायर्स निकालो, प्लीज रिमूव इट, तो एक पंजे से पूरा निकाल देंगे। तमो ग्रस अंधकार, ignorance, remove it my dear Lord, I beg you, remove it. Om Swaha, Abhayam and make me fearless. आत्मनि भूयिष्ठा, appear in my heart. आप खंबे से बाहर आए हो, अभी मेरे हार्ट में आओ, appear in my heart. Therefore this is very important, and I request all of you to meditate on these prayers. I would like to end with one very beautiful prayer by, I think, Sanat Kumar, when he's instructing Prithu Maharaj. Yat pada pankaja palasa vilasa bhaktya karma shayam gratitamud gratayanti santam tadvanna rikta matayo yatayo piruddha shroto ganam stamaranam bhajavasudevam. The Srimad Bhagavatam says that if we simply get attached to the lotus feet of Krishna, pada pankaja palasa vilasa, if you enjoy the soft lotus petal like katha of Krishna, pastimes of Krishna, then karma shayam gratitam udgratayanti santa. The devotees से जब हम सुनते हैं तो जो material desires are plucked out from the root, पूरा निकल जाएगा. And if you say नहीं मुझे ये सब नहीं करना है, I want tadvanna rikta matayo yatayo piruddha, I will not take shelter of bhakti, I will do my own intellectual analysis. Then shroto ganam stamaranam bhajavasudevam, constantly the waves of desires will keep coming up in the hearts. Therefore we need mercy, we need blessings. And on this most auspicious occasion of Narasimha Chaturdashi festival, today we discuss the importance of chanting Prahlada's prayers and also hearing about the Lord and devotees. Because it is Shravanam that will help us get attracted to Krishna and get focused. And Prahlada is the best example of Shravanam. He heard when he was in the womb without even seeing his spiritual master. So I hope this message is very clear. For the vision of Shravan Kirtan Utsav festival was discussed now. And now after the Kirtan by Purushottam Prabhu, we will take one by one all the prayers of Prahlada Maharaj. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, नरसिम्हदेव भगवान की जय. Okay, Purushottam Prabhu, as you come here, we'll chant this mantra once more. I want all of you to chant. Please come, Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Namaste Jaste Jase. Avir Avir Bhava. Vajranakha. Vajradamshra. Karmashayan. Randhya Randhya. Tamo Grasa Grasa. Om Swaha. Abhayam Abhayam. Atmani. Bhuishtha. Om Kṣraum. Narasimhadev Bhagwan ki jai. Prahlada Maharaj ki jai. Maharaj, in the 5th canto. Now we know that after Lord Narasimhadev appeared, Prahlada Maharaj offered beautiful prayers. But there is a prayer in the 5th canto which is not there in the list of verses given to you. So there he is telling Lord Narasimhadev, Swastastu Vishwasya Khala Prasidatam Dhyayantu Bhutani Shivam Mitodiyam Manascha Badram Bhajata Dadokshaje Aveshyatam no Matirapahetuki. So in this prayer he is saying, Swasti, let there be auspiciousness in the entire world. Swastastu Vishwasya Khala Prasidatam. Khala matlab envious people. So my dear Lord, let there be auspiciousness and let all envious people become pacified. He is saying that those who are bad people, those who are envious, let them become peaceful. Because then what will happen? Dhyayantu bhutani shivam mitodiya. Then when they are less envious, they are actually envy is gone, they are pacified, then they will not harm others. And there will be overall everywhere there will be peace. So it is important that envious people become changed. Let their heart become changed. So look at the level of his prayer. We get a glimpse of whom he is thinking of, what he is thinking of. Manascha badram bhajata dadokshaje aveshyatam no matirapahetuki. I pray that let the intelligence of all people be fixed in you, because when it is fixed in you, then they will become happy. So like this is his prayer. So, Lord Narasimha, when he appeared in the 7th canto, we see this, he is very angry. And Prahlada Maharaja, when he offers beautiful prayers, Lord becomes pacified. In India, there are many temples where Lord Narasimha is worshipped. In Mayapur, when Lord Narasimha deity was being installed, we were told, the devotees were told, are you sure you want Narasimha deity? Because he is Ugra Narasimha. He is in a very angry mood. So if you get Narasimha, how will you keep him pacified? You have to have very high standards of worship. Finally, when devotees promised, agreed, it was a very systematic way the deity is made. As soon as the Ugra Narasimha of Mayapur was made, sculpted, immediately the sculptor called the devotees in Mayapur and said, come and take your deity fast. Come and take. The devotee said, what happened? If you come fast, your deity is complete and take him away. So when the devotees reached there, what had happened was, when the sculpting was done and the deity was complete, that entire hut, that place, shed where the deity was being made, that got burnt and there was fire in the entire village. Lord Narasimha was so angry that he created a fire everywhere. For devotees then packed him nicely and brought him from Kerala. They had to bring him to Mayapur. Many days of journey, and in a truck they had to take the deity. So wherever octroi, wherever they had to stop, so they would ask, what you have? They would show the papers. And they would mysteriously, they would say, okay, go. And some of them were insisting to see in the truck. So when they would come and they would see the Lord and they would be stunned. Jao, jaldi jao. Yahan se jaldi jao. So he is in a very angry mood. That's why there is one temple in Simhachalam. They put chandan on the Lord. And that chandan is removed only once in a year, Akshaya Tritiya day. Whole year the Lord is full with chandan. Anybody been there, Simhachalam? You have been. Anybody else in amongst the men? Nobody has been. Oh, Purushottam Prabhu, of course. Simhachalam is a beautiful temple of Lord Narasimha. Srila Prabhupada went with devotees there and he told them, this chandan is put from top to bottom, full with chandan. Only Akshaya Tritiya they remove and they put new chandan. 360 kilograms of chandan. So devotee said, Prabhupada, why so much chandan? So Srila Prabhupada said, so much chandan is put on Narasimha to keep him cool-headed. Srila Prabhupada said that. So there are very series of prayers which in the 7th canto, all different devatas offer to pacify Lord. But still Lord is not pacified. In fact, Lord is very angry and he is angry with Brahma also. You gave this benediction to Hiranyakashipu. You know, he gave very complicated benediction he had asked. I should be killed not by a human being, nor animal, not in daytime, not in night time, not inside the house, outside the house, not by any weapon, not by, living or dead. So many complicated things he asked. Not in the sky, not in the earth. Oh, so many things. So, and the Lord arranged everything and fulfilled that wish of Brahma also and killed also Hiranyakashipu. So Lord was very angry with Brahma. What kind of benedictions you give? So now Brahma, now he is offering prayers, Prahlada. Now it is obvious that Prahlada has pacified the Lord and Prahlada is better than everybody else. It is obvious from the example there that nobody can do. Even Brahma cannot do what Prahlada has done. Now look at Prahlada's mood when he enters. The first prayer he offers, very clear. I am not better than Brahma and others. I don't want to be in the delusion. So this is a very nice prayer. Please repeat after me if you have it on your sheet, on your WhatsApp. Shri Prahlada Uvacha Brahmadaya suragana munayota siddha. You don't have the verse? All of you don't have? है ना, सबके पास है ना phone पे? Please share, those who don't have, please see it on the phone. Because these are prayers, if you chant, then you will get benefit. Brahmadaya suragana munayota siddha. Satve kata nagatayo vachasam pravahe. Naraditum purugune radunapi pipru. Kim toshtumarhati same harirugrajate. He is saying, my dear Lord, first thing is saying, Brahma Adi, all these devatas could not pacify you, for I don't want to be in this illusion that I have pacified you. They are better than me. This is very important. Sometimes you do something which others could not do. Naturally, we will think that I am very good. But Prahlad is not feeling proud. Very important. A devotee Vaishnava never thinks he is better than others. In outside world, we always want to present ourselves as better than others. But Prahlad is saying no. Brahmadaya suragana munayota siddha. All the siddhas, munis, they could not pacify you. Satve gata nagatayo vachasam pravahe. They are completely in sattva guna and they are speaking such beautiful prayers. Naraditum purugune radunapi pipru. And if they could not completely satisfy you, Kim toshtum arhati same harirugrajate. I am born in such a low family. How can I pacify you? How can I give you happiness? See, it is obvious and it is declared for all time to come that Prahlad did what Brahma and Shiva could not. But Prahlad is not in the illusion that he is better than them. That is the first prayer. Sometimes a young devotee may do something spectacular and the Guru may be happy, Krishna may be happy. But you can never think that I am better than others. So generally we become humble only when we are humbled. C.S. Lewis, one very famous writer, British author, he said, humiliation comes before humility for most people. But Prahlad was not humbled. He was in the peak of success. So to be humble when you are in the middle of success, that requires great character. To be humble when you have failed, that is natural. There is no other alternative. But when you're in the peak of success and still to be humble, that means you have character. So Prahlad character is revealed in this verse. See, in the middle of the problem, we offer prayers, right? So generally, after the problem is solved, we will not offer very intense prayers. How many of you have experienced that after the problem you are offering intense prayers? Very rarely. Like we go to Mayapur Yatra, we go on long travel. Intensely we chant Narasimha. Have you seen? Hare Krishna, Narasimha, oh Namaste, Narasimha. In the train, in the bus we chant. Everybody chant because inside we know that अरे इतना लंबा जर्नी है, क्या होगा, नरसिम्हा बचा लेना, Hare Krishna, Narasimha Dev ki jai, we say like that. But when we reach the destination, how many of us chant intensely Narasimha? Thank you Narasimha Dev, we came. No, we forget Narasimha Dev. We generally remember the Lord when we have problems. When we are in the middle of success, we don't. Prahlad is remembering most intensely the Lord after he got protection and after he is safe. That means Lord of character. One child in the school, his friend used to always give him chocolate, cake, ice cream. He used to enjoy. One day that friend, कुछ तो हो गया उसका, एक screw ढीला हो गया, उसको जोर से मारा, बहुत देर तक मारा. So he went crying to mother. Mother, he beat me very bad and all. So my mother called the boyfriend, उसको क्यों मारा? तो he said, कौन बोला आपको? उसने बोला मुझे कि आपने बहुत मारा उसको, क्यों मारा? अच्छा, मैंने कल उसको आइसक्रीम दिया, वो बोला? नहीं, वो नहीं बोला. परसों उसको चॉकलेट दिया, वो बोला? नहीं. So we are like that child who will not go to Krishna when we get ice cream from this world, cake. When we get things, we don't go to mother. झापड़ पड़ता है तब रो रो के जाते हैं हम. But Prahlad is not like us. That is why he is the special devotee. That this prayer is revealing that he is offering the best prayers. So Srila Prabhupada in the purport, he writes that this is the mood of a Vaishnava. Vaishnava, devotee means one who is meek and humble. Srila Prabhupada quotes Kaviraj Goswami, who says a very beautiful prayer in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Jagai madai hoite, mui se papistha, puri shera kita hoite, mui se la gishtha. Kaviraj Goswami says, Jagai madai, they were very big gundas in Navadvip 550 years ago. He says, I am worse than Jagai and Madai. Jagai Madai hoite, mui se papistha. I am worse than them. And I am worse than Puri Shera Kita hoite. So there is a stool you pass in the toilet. And sometimes if you are having infection, there will be a worm in that stool. So he says, I am worse than a worm in the stool. You can't imitate. Don't make this prayer because it's very artificial. You cannot say. But he is so convinced, Kaviraj Goswami, that he is not somebody special, not somebody important. Because Krishna is all important. Krishna is all beautiful. So therefore, this is very, very important. Prahlada Maharaja is practicing two very important principles here. Amani and Manadena. He is not expecting respect for himself and is respecting others. And our entire Krishna conscious philosophy is based on Trinadapi Sunichena Taroriva Saishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtanya Sadari. Not expecting respect for ourselves and always giving respect to others. So this is taught to us by Prahlada Maharaj in this prayer. And Prahlada Maharaj is also teaching us that, actually if we'll go to the end of the prayers, I am just doing fast forward because we'll come back to the other prayers later. But this is the first prayer where he is remembering the Lord and he's telling that I am not better than Brahma, Brahmaji, they are all great souls. See, Lord is angry with Brahma, but Prahlada Maharaj doesn't want to be in the illusion that Brahmaji se achhe hai wo. Nahin. Actually, after his prayers, when Lord says, you ask for any benedictions, so that time Prahlad says very clearly that I am not a merchant, I don't want anything, let me just be your servant. So that time, Lord tells him a very interesting instruction. He says, you should enjoy in this world. Very interesting. हमको क्या बोलेंगे enjoy नहीं करना है. Because we'll get entangled. For Prahlada Maharaj, Lord says, Bhoge na punyam kushale na papam kalevaram kala jave na hitva kirtim vishuddham suraloka geetam vitaya mameshasi mukta bandha. Jab tak, in the material world, you are there, enjoy. Exhaust all your pious activity, just be happy, act piously, neutralize your impious activity, and eventually you'll come back to me. So like that is instructing him, enjoy, take benedictions like that. So Lord Narasimha's instruction is very interesting. When we are desiring material things, that's why Lord tells us, don't. Man who is free of material desires, Lord is giving him everything. Also, Srila Prabhupada writes how, we need to balance also. See, we as devotees, we need to balance our needs, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. We all have roti, kapda, makan needs, physical needs. That is your responsibility. Balance it. We have mental needs. Mental means wanting to do something, ego, achieving something. You want to become a billionaire. I don't know if that is your goal. You want to become the manager, CEO of your company. So sometimes we have that desire to get something, acquire, possess. So that satisfies the mind a little bit. So mental needs are also there. Physical needs are there. And then there is emotional needs. You want to love and be loved. And there is spiritual needs also. Spiritual needs means you and Krishna. So we have to take care of all the needs. That's why Narasimha Dev is telling Prahlad, Bhoge na punyam kushale na papam. Kushalta se raho. Material world you can't make enemies with others. You have to be smart, right? You have to be diplomatic. You have to be, Srila Prabhupada writes, expertly manage your life in this world. See, when you are born, everybody loves you. And when you die, everybody respects you. In between, you have to manage. That is life. You know? So many times devotees, when we come to Hare Krishna, we hear all these lofty prayers. We think now Krishna will manage everything. It's not Krishna's responsibility. We have to do, Lord is not saying, I will do everything, you just don't worry. No, we have to balance. Because we can't imitate Prahlad. We have to follow his footsteps. We have to pray to Krishna. So, therefore, we have to, because externally many times we surrender. We may wear clothes of devotee and tilak, but internally we have not surrendered. So, therefore, do what is needed. See, Bhagavad Gita, first 6 chapters are teaching us how to do karma yoga. So, we have to live in this world. And Srimad Bhagavatam, which we are reading today, is teaching us how to leave this world. So, if we don't know how to live in this world, then our leaving this world will also be very messy. So, that responsibility individually we have to take. You are working, you have business. So, take care of that. Because unfortunately, many times we are devotees, but Bhaktivedanta Thakur said that externally we are Mayavadis, impersonalists. And publicly we are Vaishnavas, and internally we are Shaktas. Externally we are impersonalists. Impersonalist means we don't really care for others. We are only thinking of ourselves. That is external. We don't care for devotees. And internally Shaktas means internally we are materialistic people. We have material desires only. And publicly we are Vaishnavas. That's Bhaktivedanta Thakur's very strong statement. Therefore, do your duty, but internally hear and chant, come closer to Krishna and do the needful. One very close friend of mine is a preacher, devotee, went to yatra to Mayapur, and there he got fever. True story. This happened 3 years back. 104-degree temperature in Mayapur Dham during yatra. And there everybody said, and his people whom had gone for yatra with, and he also said, Narasimha will protect. Narasimha ka special yaggi chadao. तो यज्ञ चढ़ाया तो फीवर 105 हो गया. फिर और स्पेशल यज्ञ किया, स्पेशल पूजा किया, फीवर कम ही नहीं हो रहा है, बढ़ते जा रहा है. देन ऐसा लगा कि मरने वाला है. एंड देन ही हैड टू बी रश्ड टू Kolkata, then I took a plane and come to Mumbai, and then he was taken to Bhaktivinoda Hospital. He was in ICU. And during the journey, 10-15 times he passed stool and urine in that cloth only, in the plane. He was so sick, vomiting and whatnot. Baal bach gaya. So sometimes, we get, and he got the realization that Narasimha Dev protect karte hain, but Narasimha Dev will protect somebody like Prahlad. For us, he has given us association of devotees. He has given us our body. We have given us our intelligence. We have to do the needful. I told this story to Gaurang Prabhu once. Gaurang Prabhu, aisa ho gaya Prabhu ji ke saath. Gaurang Prabhu said, I used to go to preaching in JJ Medical College many years back. One boy used to come and used to always fail in exam. So I told him, start chanting 4 rounds, take shelter of Krishna. So he became very inspired and he started chanting 4 rounds. And next semester he passed. So khush ho gaya. So then he told me, Prabhu ji, मैं हमेशा fail होता था. आपने बोला 4 माला करो, 4 माला शुरू किया, अभी पास हो गया. And Gaurang Prabhu said, I told him, ठीक है फिर आज से 16 माला कर. तो उसने 16 माला खुशी से किया और अगले सेमेस्टर में फेल हो गया. So Gaurang Prabhu said, I also understood that, you have to, when we are young, when we are new, we have this romantic idea about Krishna consciousness, that I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything. Krishna is my lover. Krishna will take care of everything. I just have to take prasad and chant Hari Bol. ऐसा नहीं है. Material world, we have to work hard. We have to handle our duties. So Krishna, Lord Narasimha Dev told Prahlad, do the needful. Kalevaram hitva. Till you give up your body, you have to do your duty. And Prahlad Maharaj's life was not like ours, 70 years, 80 years. He lived for 43,20,000 years multiplied by 1,000. One manvantara he lived. That many years he had to do his duty. We are told to do our duty for some years. So, like that. So, we have to be careful. So, that's why Prahlad Maharaj is very pakka. He's offering beautiful prayers, but Lord Narasimha Dev is telling him that apna duty karo. Then when Lord Narasimha Dev insisted, asked for benediction. In the 3rd innings, he asked for 3rd set of prayers. He asked for forgiveness from his father. For his father. And Lord Narasimha Dev says what to speak of your father. 21 generations will be delivered if you become devotee. So then, Prahlad says, after this prayer, Lord Narasimha looks at Brahmaji. This is very, very interesting section. And Lord Narasimha gets angry with Brahma. I warn you, Lord Narasimha tells Brahmaji, don't give such blessings again to demons. It is like giving milk to a poisonous serpent and making it more poisonous. So Lord Narasimha scolds Brahmaji and then he disappears. So Brahmaji, starting mein also, Lord rejected Brahmaji. And also he scolds him. And Prahlad is watching everything. And it is obvious that Prahlad is most special. Pura itna bhav mil raha hai Prahlad ko. But after Narasimha leaves, what did Prahlad do? Immediately he offers full dandavat pranam to Brahmaji. This is very important. He doesn't think, chalo abhi main aa gaya, Hari bol. बचना है असीनो लो मैं आ गया अब मैं आ गया मैं आ गया डेवोटी अभी जो कुछ नहीं कर पाया क्या है देवाओ देवा हमसे बढ़कर कौन भक्त जनों में हमसे बढ़कर कौन हम सबसे अच्छा डेवोटी देखो मैं आ गया जो कोई नहीं कर पाया मैंने कर दिया No, Prahlad is so amazing. The last prayer, Narasimha Dev scolded Brahmaji and left. Prahlad Maharaj ने first prayer में ब्रह्मा जी को glorify किया. अभी last, as soon as Narasimha Dev leaves, तथा संपूज्य शिरसा अपने सर को ववंदे परमेष्टिनम ब्रह्मा जी के चरण कमलों में अपना सर रख दिया प्रहलाद ने. भवम प्रजापतिं देवान प्रहलादो भगवत कला. Prahlad is the best devotee because of this etiquette that he is following. Sometimes we see some of us, some of our senior devotees may go through difficulty or very complicated mess in their life. You can never be foolish enough to think that I am better than that devotee. कभी नहीं, क्योंकि वो हमको भी आएगा. Life सबको क्या है? Nobody is spared, whether you are sannyasi or new bhakta. सबको डाला है उसमें washing machine में वो अपना mixer में घुमा रहे. Everybody is going through. So when devotees are going through difficulty, we pray for them. And everybody goes through suffering. Everybody. So we can never be in this illusion. So for most of us, when we are new in Krishna consciousness, we are very humble. And then, after some time, we think, I am a great devotee. Because we get success. And then when we get kicks, we again become humble. So humble, proud, and then humble. But for Prahlad, beginning to end, humble. Kaviraj Goswami Chaitanya Charitamrita, beginning is glorifies Vrindavan Das Thakur. Middle of the book also he glorifies Vrindavan Das Thakur. End also he glorifies others. Means devotee of ideal character is who is humble all the time. Generally हमारा कैसा होता है वो नशा चढ़ता है भक्ति में कुछ समय बाद. One of the disadvantages or one of the unfortunate byproducts of bhakti is false pride. Because I am good. Like, when we are very new, we don't know anything in Krishna consciousness. And after 6 months, we learn how to put tilak, dhoti, kurta, हमको सब पूरा etiquette आता है, Hari Bol and philosophy. 6 महीना आप सुनो Hare Krishna lectures. You can debate with anyone. हर question का answer. So then you think, when I was new, Prabhuji was here, I was here, I didn't know anything. And now I have caught up, I know everything. अभी 3 साल में मैं आ गया इधर. बट हमको इतना अक्ल नहीं है कि 3 साल में मैं इधर आया, वो 3 साल में प्रभु जी इधर थे, वो भी आ गए ना. मैं 3 साल में इधर से इधर आ गया, तो वो प्रभु जी भी 3 साल में इधर से इधर गए. वो डिस्टेंस रिमेन्स. बट we all do this mistake of intoxication, pride, false pride. वो हमारे युगावतार प्रभु बोलते हैं कि when he was a doctor in KM hospital, he was saying that वहाँ पे receptionist रहता था. This is by the receptionist tone when I used to call and the receptionist to pick up. That time it was not automated. That was manually done. He says by the voice of that receptionist, I used to know whether he is a new devotee, middle devotee or senior devotee. Matlab, new person. He says, when I call and the other side of the phone I hear, good morning, welcome to KM hospital. How can I serve you? I know, abhi isko job laga hai. And then sometimes I used to call and I used to hear from the other end, this is KM. Yes. So very little he would speak. Then I would understand, about the experience ho gaya. He knows he doesn't give importance and that respect to those who are calling. And then he said, now I know I'm calling a very senior receptionist. When the other side, as soon as the phone they pick up, they say, क्या है? So I understand, अरे बाप रे, मैं मतलब बहुत बड़ा senior आदमी से बात कर रहा हूँ. So he was saying how we also, when we are new, we are Hare Krishna Prabhu Ji, Hari Bol, Dandavat Pranam, Dandavat Pranam. And as we become little senior, nasha chadhata hai. And then we get kicks and then we become humble, of course. So therefore we have to be careful, and it is very important. So Prahlad says that I am not better than Brahma. They are all great souls and I depend on them. And at the end of the prayers, they offer respects to Brahma. So this is the first prayer. And now we'll have more kirtan, and now after the last kirtan we will end. But one more prayer we'll chant of Prahlad. Second verse you can chant. Manye dana bijana hai na? ठीक है. Manye dana bijana rupa tapa shrutaujas. Narupa tapa shrutaujas. Teja prabhava bala paurusha buddhi yoga. नारादना हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो भक्त्या तुतोष भगवान् गजयूतपाया. He says, my dear Lord, you are only satisfied by bhakti. Bhaktya tutosha. Tutosha matlab tushti, satisfaction. You can be satisfied only by bhakti. Bhaktya tutosha bhagavan. For example, gajayutapaya. Gajendra, elephant. You are satisfied by that elephant. Otherwise, we cannot satisfy you by wealth, dhana. Manye dhanabhi janarupa. You cannot be satisfied by wealth, by family, aristocratic family, rupa, teja, bala, paurusha, buddhi yoga. You cannot be satisfied by austerity, education, sensory expertise, lustre, influence, physical strength. नारादना ही भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो. ये सब चीज़ों से आपको नहीं खुश कर सकते हम. मेरे पास बहुत पैसा है, मेरे पास सुंदरता है, आई एम सो स्मार्ट. नो, ओनली भक्ति. So this is very, very interesting that, we may have all the material qualities, but we cannot satisfy Krishna. And we may have none of the material qualities, but if we have bhakti, then we can satisfy Krishna. So this is very, very hope-giving. Many times devotees feel, I don't have intelligence, I am not so educated, or I am not so good-looking, or I have physical inabilities. Our hope is Krishna doesn't see any of them. Sometimes some of us have done something very abominable, and we know we are fallen. Even then, if we cultivate bhakti, nobody can be so fallen that we can't turn to Krishna. इतना गिरा हुआ कि मैं कृष्ण के पास नहीं जा सकता. ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता. I'll give an example. Hitler, you know what Hitler did? He killed how many people? 6 million Jews. But when Hitler, I'm sure, all of you will agree with me, as he was growing up, his mother must have surely loved him. Right? Osama bin Laden, wo bhi terrorist tha, no? So, his mother must have loved him, no? What do you think? Hitler के भी माँ ने तो उसको प्यार ही किया होगा. तो अभी हम लोगों में से, we are not like Hitler, right? And Krishna is not like our mother. Krishna is million times more loving than any mother of this world. And we are not anywhere fallen like Hitler or Osama bin Laden. So how much more Krishna will love us? Logic lagao. So Krishna definitely loves us. And we should have that faith. We just have to have bhakti. We don't need any other qualifications. Therefore, our Rupa Goswami has given us beautiful example. Vyādasya kā charan dhruvasya chavayo vidyam gajendrasya kā kūbjāyām kim namna rūpam adhikam sudamno kim tadhanam vamsha ko vidurasya yādavapate ugrasya kim paurusham bhaktir tushyati kevalam nachaganir bhaktir priyamadhavam. He says, Vyādasya kā charan, that hunter, Mrigari, he was so cruel, he used to half kill animals. Itna bura acharan tha uska, but he also got Krishna's mercy. Sometimes people say, that, if you are cultured, only then you get mercy. But Mrigari was very bad, uncultured person. But he became the best devotee of Krishna. Sometimes people say, bhakti समझने के लिए थोड़ा उम्र लगता है. Maturity. No, Dhruvasya chavayo. Dhruva was a small boy. Some people say, bhakti समझने के लिए intelligent होना पड़ेगा, शास्त्र पढ़ना पड़ेगा. विद्याम गजेंद्रस्य का. गजेंद्र ने क्या विद्या अर्जित किया था? वो तो एलिफेंट के बॉडी में था. Some people say, no, you have to be beautiful. Krishna loves beautiful gopis. So you have to be beautiful person, smart, handsome. Kubjayam kim namna rupam adhikam. Kubja में क्या सुंदरता था? Some people say, oh, if you want Krishna, then you have to be wealthy, life members. Hare Krishna means life membership. Sudamno kim tad dhanam. Sudama के पास क्या धन था? Some people say you have to be from good family, cultured family, Brahman family, Marwadi family. ऐसा हाई क्लास फैमिली के आप, अच्छा हम राजपूत है, तभी आपको कृष्ण का मर्सी मिलेगा. वंश को विदुर का क्या वंश था? He was born of a maid servant in the palace. Some people say you should have physical prowess and youth. Ugrasya kim paurusham. Ugrasen was an old man. So Krishna reciprocated with all of them. Bhaktir tushyati kevalam. Bhakti se keval Bhagwan ko khush kiya ja sakta hai. Therefore in this shloka Prahlada is saying, Bhaktya tutosha Bhagavan gajayutapaya. Like that. We'll chant one more verse and then our Purushottam Prabhu can come and I was saying Prahlada Maharaja can come and do kirtan. Abhi Prahlada Maharaja ka hi chal raha. One last prayer. Verse 3 we can chant. Viprad vishad gunayuta daravindanabha Padaravinda vimukhat shvapacham varishtham Manyeta darpita mano vachane hitarta Pranam punati sakulam natuburi mana. Here he is saying, a Brahmana may have all 12 qualifications of Brahmana. Viprad vishad gunayuta daravinda nabha. But padaravinda vimukha. But if he is averse to you, if it doesn't come to you, and in contrast to that, shvapacham varishtham, if there is a dog eater, कुत्ते को खाने वाला आदमी, low class person, but if he offers his heart, mind, body, intelligence to you, manyeta darpita mano vachane hitarta, then he is better than that Brahmana. Pranam punati sakulam natubhuri mana. Jo proud hai, he cannot come to you. But somebody who is fallen, but remembers you and turns to you, he is better. Very, very hope-giving, no? These verses. Therefore, it is very important. Sanatana Goswami says, Bhagavad Bhakti Hinasya Jati Shaftran Japastapa Aprana Seva Dehasya Mandanam Lokaranjanam. अगर हम भगवान की भक्ति नहीं कर रहे हैं, बस शो ऑफ कर रहे हैं, Jati Shastra Japastapa, then our showing off is like Aprana Seva Dehasya. एक मृत शरीर को सजाने के बराबर है. डेड बॉडी को आपने अच्छे से कोट टाई में सजाया. What is the use of that? मंडनम लोकरंजनम. आप शो ऑफ कर रहे हो तो लोग आपको वाह वाह कर रहे हैं, तो आप दोनों पागल हैं. Cheaters and cheated. But it has no value in Krishna's eyes. Therefore, Prahlada is saying, Pranam punati na bhuri mana. You may be a great scholar, but you are useless if you have pride. And you may be a dog eater, but you are most dear to Krishna if you offer everything to Krishna. So like this, there are many, many, many prayers. We will stop here for this year's Narasimha Chaturdashi. We'll have Kirtan now, final Kirtan by Purushottam Prabhu. Please come here, Prabhu. And after the Kirtan, we'll have final concluding words. And then we'll have Prasadam. And I hope you will go back and read 7th canto, 9th chapter, and all these prayers of Prahlad. And you read the translations, then you will see what are the beautiful prayers. आगे बहुत सारे सुंदर सुंदर prayers हैं. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Prahlada Maharaja ki jai. Narasimha Dev Bhagwan ki jai.